Welcome back. If you're looking for art that surrounds you, moves you, and sparks conversation, this one's for you. Big Bang Baby is an immersive art exhibition blending paintings, light, and movement.
And joining us now with more on this free exhibition that's inviting the community into a vibrant experience is artist Lusmerlin. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me and for your kind words.
Absolutely. Well, I love the name of the exhibit, Big Bang Baby. What is the exhibit about? What inspired you to create it?
Big Bang Baby is an exhibit about divine women. And it is inspired by my background. I am Dominican and I have Native and African and Lebanese heritage. And in some of the Native Dominican stories, divinity manifests to you. And when that happens, you make a sculpture of wood or paper, and that piece is where that spirit lives. And in some ways, I am making that kind of Zemi, that's the name, to celebrate women, joy nature, and create that space of divinity.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And not your typical art exhibit, I must say, because you give audiences a way to engage with the art. Tell us more about that.
I think art is made to connect. So there are stories that engage you, and then you complete it with your own stories and your feelings. So even though they're about me and my grandma and what I used to think as a child, the child in you can connect at the same time. And there's sculptures, there's light installations, and you move around. There's a 28-foot painting, actually.
Wow.
You have to move around this curved wall to see it. So it's an experience for you to see the show, not only to stand away from it.
And we have one of your paintings in the studio right now. Can you talk about it?
Yeah, this one's called The Cycle. And there are many layers about this women. They're in outer space, and it's like an eclipse. And I got partly inspired when I visited the Banneker Museum in Maryland. And I saw his eclipse projections. By the way, happy Black History Month.
Yeah, absolutely.
And his projections, I used his design to do the background, and then these women are there in the cycles of nature, because eclipses are like nature seasons, and we are cyclical in a beautiful way. So that's that celebration. It's called The Cycle.
It is fantastic. I love it.
Gorgeous,
Thank you so
gorgeous.
much. Yes.
And as an art lover, I have an art lover at home, and do you ever have to go through a process when someone wants to purchase your art where you want to make sure it's going into the right hands? Because we've talked to artists on the show where they want to make sure their art is going to a home where they appreciate it. Have you had to go through that process before with your art?
Yes, that is very important. And I think art is beyond a transaction. It's really a connection, and you have the conversations about what they like. In some cases, we end up with a commission, with something different for a specific space, for a wall that they have in mind. It can be organizations, they have offices or lobbies. So it really depends on what the person wants. One time I was going to do a mural in Frederick, Maryland. It ended up being a traveling mural in the city. It was called Black Lives Mural. And it was going to be private, and by talking to the owner, we turned it into a community.
Wow.
So it really depends on the conversation, and I love having them.
Yes.
So I am hoping I can have private tours are available for people interested, for curators and organizations. And there's also many opportunities to visit and talk to me directly. The show is open through March 15th, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Horowitz Center in Howard Community College in Columbia. There is the receptions tomorrow.
Yes, fantastic.
At 5:30. There's refreshments and music. There's an artist talk for people who love asking questions, all the questions, on February 19th, and a closing hangout on March 15th.
Fantastic, and we have that info on the screen right now. I have to ask, you have spoken about this project, Big Bang Baby, as one of multiple lives. So what do you see for its future?
I think for the future of Big Bang Baby, I see it traveling.
Yeah.
I love the most going into a gallery and people telling me their stories and their interpretations. They always bring something that I couldn't even imagine. So I wanted to go to other venues. I wanted to go to other institutions, galleries, and museums to have the activation that makes sense for the community. So I always like engaging. I'm engaging a lot with students, for example, Howard Community College, and somewhere else I would engage differently. So I'm actively looking for venues and spaces.
Well, I want to put information back on the screen so people can know how they can get in contact with you and be able to engage with you one-on-one. And I just have to thank you again for sharing your art with us, sharing your story with us, and giving us a moment to be able to engage with you. And it's been so impactful. I have to say, I've had chills the entire time you've been talking. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for sharing the love for art and supporting local artists.
Absolutely. And again, we have the website on the screen right now for more information. Thank you again for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And stay tuned, everyone. Still to come.